An ordinance to assign the supervision and hiring authority of the Pulaski County Election Department staff, Department 109, to the Pulaski County Circuit and County Clerk, and repealing Ordinance 93 OR 118.
Justice Jefferson, you're recognized.
Make a recommendation that we send it to the Quorum Court for a new pass recommendation.
Second. Been moved and properly second. Justice Dent, you're recognized.
Thank you. I don't know how this works, if we need to suspend the rules, but I know there's a lot of people here that probably want to speak on behalf of this. Can we allow them to speak before we vote?
It wouldn't require suspension of the rules, Mr. Denton. As far as the committee goes, everybody should be allowed 3 minutes.
Okay,
And if you wanted to extend that time at certain times, you could do that as well with simple motion.
3 minutes sounds great.
Thank you. Justice Jefferson, would you like to explain?
Sure. If I need somebody to ask Adam or someone else, I want to make sure I explain it correctly. I don't think
Oh, I'm sorry. I turned it
I
off.
talk loud. So
No,
if we can call the clerk, the county clerk up, if that's okay. She probably can explain it a little better than I can, but I'm gonna try to do my best with it. Can you hear me?
I was just going to comment on.
Okay, I you say if, I didn't know if you wanted
Yes.
Terry Hall, Pulaski County Circuit Clerk.
You're recognized.
I am, this ordinance simply puts the supervision and the hiring authority of the election commission professional staff under the county clerk's office. And so that's pretty much cut and dry in terms of what we are asking for today.
And with this is something that is done around the whole, most of the counties throughout the state. Our neighbors next to Jefferson County and some other counties around us, Sebastian County and places like that, have the same ordinance where it is not under the election commission to go to the clerk or another appointee. And this is something that was done many years ago in the early 90s to take the responsibility from the clerk to send to the election commission. So what we're trying to do is bring it back and do the right thing and put it back under the clerk office.
You're correct, Justice Jefferson. We have polled the counties around the state, and there's at least about 40 counties where it's either under the judge or the actual clerk. In the rest of the counties, it's kind of a hodgepodge, but the clerk is the voter registrar of the county and the one that does the majority of the work. So.
And Justice Stowers, you're recognized.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Massey. So the ordinance, my understanding of state law, so I have a couple of questions for you here, sir. Mr. Fogelman.
Yes, sir.
One would be that my understanding is that without an ordinance, which we've had in place here in Pulaski County since 1993, so for 26 years, over a quarter of a century, and that ordinance delegated the supervision of the election commission staff to the Board of Election Commissioners. But in the absence of an ordinance such as what has seemed to work here for over a quarter of a century, that the state statute states that the election commission will be under the supervision of the county judge. Is that correct?
Not the election commission.
Excuse me, the election coordinator and the election staff is what I meant to say.
So Amendment 55 provides that the county judge is the default position, so to speak, for county employees. In the absence of an ordinance assigning a county employee to another elected official at the county judge is the supervisor, has the higher supervised fire authority for all county employees.
However, state law does allow, state statute does allow for what we've had in place for 26 years, and that is the delegation of the supervision of the election staff to the election commission.
I'm going to parse your question carefully. What state law provides for in, I believe it's 1414-1102, is that county employees may, by ordinance, be assigned to administrative boards of the county and service districts of the county. And now I'll also add that the county judge has the authority, or any, I guess the county clerk would have the authority too, but the county judge has the authority to delegate hiring, supervising, fire authority to other executive branch officials of employees that would otherwise be responsible to the county judge. So carefully answering your question, the county does have the authority to pass an ordinance creating an administrative board and assigning county employees to that board. And with the signature of the county judge, the judge agrees to delegate the authority that is vested in him or her constitutionally to that body.
Thus how the ordinance that's in place today has existed for 26 years.
The ordinance treats the election commission as if it is an administrative board of the county. So with that asterisk, I will say yes.
Is the election commission an administrative board of the county?
No, it is a statutorily created board that has certain statutory authority to conduct responsibilities related to elections.
Okay, sir. One more question for you. There was a Supreme Court ruling in 2018, Jefferson County Election Commission, Stu Stauffer in his official capacity as Jefferson County Election Commissioner, Michael Adams in the official capacity as Jefferson County Election Commissioner, versus the Honorable Hank Williams, Jefferson County, Arkansas. Does this ordinance that we have before us tonight, does this Supreme Court decision have any implications or weight as it relates to this ordinance that we're hearing this evening?
So what that Supreme Court decision holds, what the opinion says in brief, is that an election commission can't be forced to cooperate with a county employed, county judge or county clerk employed election coordinator. And that's exactly what was being attempted in Jefferson County, as I understand it. The facts in that case were that the county judge hired an election coordinator. The election coordinator then went to the election commission and said, I need access to these things in order to fulfill my duties. And he stated what he believed his duties to be, and the election commission said, no, go away, it's our responsibility, we'll do it. It resulted in litigation. It went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said that the duties that that election coordinator was attempting to take on actually belong by statute to the election commission. The ordinance that you have in front of you, what it says is that the staff will be hired, supervised, fired by the clerk, and that the clerk shall offer the assistance of that staff to the election commission. It does not require the election commission to receive that assistance. If they don't, the duties that the election commission has don't change, but the result would be they wouldn't have professional staff support to accomplish those duties.
Okay. I yield at this time. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Justice Dowling, Justice Reed, your